All right. So Jungle Cruise was an opening day attraction at Disneyland in 1955. The ride was largely inspired by The African Queen, the film The African Queen. This movie is also very much a tribute to The African Queen. A great movie. If you haven't seen it, even if you don't like old movies, that movie will charm the pants off. You will want to have sex with the African Queen when you're done with it.
With her pants off.
With Katharine Hepburn at age 65 and Humphrey Bogart at age probably like 42, but looks like he's 89.
Like robbing, like in a relationship, robbing the cradle situation. I like that little bit of a reversal.
I don't actually think she's older than him, but they're also they're elderly in that movie. But you know, it's sexy fun time on a boat. So the original plan was to use live animals, but then Walt Disney himself realized the timing wouldn't be right. You wouldn't be able to time every ride.
Oh, I thought it was like rhinos are in season.
They're not in season. My rhino guy can't get a good deal for me. You want every ride to be timed perfectly. Also, the animals might hide. They won't want to come out, or they sleep during the day.
Or hippos famously kill people.
Well, that's another issue. The hippos might kill you. So they do animatronics, and the boat and the animatronics are on tracks. The water is dyed to hide the tracks.
What do we call that?
We call it business water.
Business
I have
water,
that in my
baby.
notes. That is some business water.
Had Disney already leaned heavily into the animatronics, like Pirates of the Caribbean? It was already a thing.
No, okay, this is the very first day that Disneyland opened. This ride was open with it. They had the animatronics. Pirates of the Caribbean didn't come around until the 60s.
What all opened on opening day? Do you know that?
Gosh, well.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a full theme park. That's fine. I just wasn't sure how. I mean, like a roller coaster. I mean, we've got like the more Lazy Susan trip down a river ride here.
Well, the Fantasyland, a lot of the Fantasyland rides were there, like Mr. Toad and I think Alice in Wonderland.
Are those on track? Those are, I don't know what they are. Is everything a roller coaster?
Those were dark rides. So,
in a house.
Sleeping Beauty Castle was there, and I never put this together. Sleeping Beauty wouldn't come out for 4 more years. It was an advertisement for Sleeping Beauty, the movie. So in Fantasyland, you had Snow White's Enchanted Wish, you had Peter Pan, the Carousel, Mr. Toad. You had the teacups were there.
Famous.
Autopia, which is the fucking stupid ride nobody likes where you drive a car.
Imagine if you could drive a car, Mom and Dad. So like Disney World, Disneyland is very much broken up into
lands.
Areas.
Yeah.
Okay. So it should be called Disneylands. What the fuck? Okay. And so it opened with which lands?
Main Street USA, Adventureland, Fantasyland, Frontierland, and Tomorrowland.
Hey, that's most of them.
Yeah, that's most of them.
All right.
Yeah, the layout's pretty similar. There's tons of stuff that's still there that has been, remodeled and revamped over and over and over again.
And Epcot is at only Disney World.
That's right. So the ride currently operates in every Magic Kingdom style park in the world except for Shanghai. The skipper of the boat uses a lot of bad puns. It's very comical. This wasn't
Thanks
always
for telling me.
wasn't always the case. At first, it was just supposed to be educational. Over there, you'll see a hippopotamus.
Oh, educational as to the animals?
Yeah, hippopotamuses are animals in the water.
But are they jungle animals?
Well, I mean, what is the jungle?
I guess that's a comment. I mean, they address that in the movie, like, but hippopotamuses aren't indigenous to the Amazon.
Right.
It seems kind of like a joke of like, yeah, well, Disney didn't know that when he put it in the.
Well, the Disneyland version is set in, like, it starts in Southeast Asia, and then you go to Africa.
Oh, kind of like It's a Small World, but for the river.
Right. And then the Magic Kingdom version in Florida opens in the Amazon, like the movie. But then the skipper's like, and now we're entering the Nile River of Africa. Okay. We are? Okay. So you're seeing elephants and lions and stuff.
That's a smart way to do a little bit of a, people need variety. Right. You know what I could have done a little more of, is a little bit more like rubes and tourists who shouldn't be in the Amazon. That part was funny to me.
I know.
And if that really is a place where while there's colonization going on and just a bunch of Europeans who have no business, not that Emily Blunt's character necessarily, she's a very well-to-do, privileged person who has the time. She's a doctor, all these things. So it's she's not perfect, but there was something very, very pleasing to watch The Rock come upon, or Frank come upon someone he thought he knew very, very well because he sees them over and over again. And she's different.
Yeah, and it's a nice little idea that like with the tour we see him giving at the beginning is basically the theme park ride, and he's even set up his own little things. Does like the thing where he's like, and now you see the eighth wonder of the world, the backside of water.
Which I laughed so loud.
Yeah, that's literally from the ride.
It's still funny.
If he is just serving rubes, I wish some rubes came back. It's
I more mean him interacting with Rubes in front of her, because like for her to see what his life is usually like, why is he surly like this, why he's kind of like a scammer like this, like, you know, it's not that really big. These people who should not be on the Amazon River exploiting this area just to be looky-loos, her seeing him act this way with them makes sense. She could respect it because she also doesn't identify with these people.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a missed opportunity.
It really is. A missed thing that would unite them.
And the little town that they're in, I don't know that they say what it is, you know, where Frank built a town is what they say. But like maybe it seems like a little Casablanca. It seems like kind of small. It seems like its own little thing, just one of everything. Seems like they could have maybe spent a little more time there to do it, if not on a boat. I understand why there's not room on a boat.
I know. When they leave there, I miss it. It's a great location. Those are just good locations in general for stories.
Not enough use of Paul Giamatti. Like,
I remembered so much more of him in this movie than is there. I mean,
appreciated his sunburn and skin cancer, though. It was very realistic. Another example of a person who probably just shouldn't be in the Amazon.
But you were pointing out things like, hey, I like how long they keep Emily Blunt's hair being wet.
Right.
It's a thing that movies sometimes forget to do.
Right. And they don't need to make her sexy. If you've got pants under your pants, like, that's funny. Yes, there would be long underwear. In fact, those long underwear would be on under a dress too. Like, that is what underwear look like. And so they don't, I mean, she's sexy because she's Emily Blunt. And they don't even show nipples. I mean, I could do with a nipple, I'm just saying. But I like that it just all felt, I mean, she's impossibly beautiful. Her clothes are impeccable, but still somehow it was believable what they're showing me.
Now, her attitude is sexy. She could.
Okay.
Why do you think they wanted to make a movie out of Jungle Cruise? They've been in development for a very long time.
Well, because it kind of worked in the past, and in one instance, it worked really, really well.
Yeah. But if you're out here thinking Pirates of the Caribbean, that was the first time they ever took a theme park ride and made a movie.
You'd be wrong.
It's got to correct you. The very first instance was actually an ABC TV movie, Tower of Terror.
I remember it well.
In 1997, starring Steve Guttenberg and Kirsten Dunst.
I really like Steve Guttenberg. I was a real Guttenberg head.
I was a Guttenberg head just because of It Takes Two, one of my favorite movies. Didn't see a single other movie he was ever in.
3 Men and a Baby for me.
Well, maybe we'll do a Guttenberg month. We'll do Police Academy, and we'll do 3 Men and a Baby.
I would love a Billy Crystal month. I love Billy Crystal.
Okay.
Well, he bothers you, right? But he's got range. He doesn't. But I love all the stuff he does.
It's a Billy Crystal month.
That's not what he's like.
On the podcast.
Okay, now I really want to do it.
You know what it is?
You gave me goosebumps.
I've never thought that pecan pie thing is funny at all. I think it's the worst shit of all time.
It's not.
Shut up.
Whoa. It's two people leaning into doing and saying something very stupid, which is super believable as just something two friends do. Not everything is cinematic and beautiful and built for the screen. It's like, we do say something dumb and then both say something dumb and keep saying it because it sounds funny for whatever reason.
Oh, he makes me think he's doing it because he's amused with himself.
He is. Yeah. And he should be. He's very funny.
No, I don't like that. So Tower of Terror 1997, starring Steve Guttenberg, Kirsten Dunst. Brian De Palma's 2000 movie Mission to Mars.
Is that any good?
It's a movie I loved as a kid, and I've had it on our list of movies to cover for a long time.
Must not have loved it too much.
Well, it was a movie that I saw at like age 12 where I thought like, I'm an adult for seeing this because I understand this.
I didn't even get scared.
It was based on a Tomorrowland attraction that closed in 1993, but technically based on a theme park ride. A movie was made by the Disney company based on a Disney ride. Then over like a 15-month period, 3 movies came out. The Country Bears in 2002, a flop.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl was the enormous crossover hit that the studio had been chasing for a long time. Just crossover blockbuster.
You think they knew what they had? You think they knew it?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They I mean, not until like in advance of the movie, but the Disney War book by James B. Stewart has a lot of information about this and about the drama and how confused the studio was. Like, Johnny Depp is the star of this and he's making all these demands. I don't get it.
He makes the fucking series. That was a gamble and it worked.
Yes.
Without the weirdness of Jack Sparrow, there's nothing to hang your hat on here.
I watched the first Pirates of the Caribbean a few months ago. I've never liked those movies, but I watched it a few months ago.
Yeah, the first one was fine. And
I liked it a lot. And then I watched the second one last night. It wasn't as good, but I liked it. And Johnny Depp, for all of his weirdness and annoyingness, I was just trying to compare him as a leading man to The Rock.
Right.
And thinking he knows so much more. Like, he has so much more screen presence.
He knows how to keep it small. I think The Rock, having started in football, right, where you've got a helmet on, you've got Patty, you don't know who that is. You've got to make such big moves, such physicality all over this big fucking place to get any notice. And then you go to a wrestling arena and only big people get noticed, both physically and the way he does promos and just yelling at the crowd and all that. Like, keeping it intimate and weird and small motions, small reactions, little weird things about just seeing someone in person. Like, Johnny Depp knows how to tap into that. Good actors do. It's the subtle things that make acting really effective on a screen.
So it's funny you say that. A story I've heard about him, I think they said this on the Blank Check podcast, is somebody was watching on set Johnny Depp act and said to somebody else, like, what is he doing? He's not even acting. He's not even doing anything. And then went and looked at the footage and said, oh, okay. It only translates once you see it on screen. And like, I don't know. I've never acted. I don't know anything about acting, but I've heard like acting in a theater and acting for a camera are like two entirely different things.
Completely.
And if you come up doing wrestling, that is literally playing in front of an audience of thousands.
Yeah.
It's also a TV product, but you're playing for the live crowd.
And when you think about what The Rock struggles with, it's small facial reaction. He knows how to do big emotions because that's his background. Leaning into, like, I don't know that he's very good with like introspection or looking at himself in the mirror and like, what do I look like when I'm confused? What do I look like? Those things are really helpful to keep it subtle, to keep it human, and that's what he's missing. He's Mr. Charm, but like we just need Mr.
Because we on our Hobbs and Shaw episode, when we talked about how Jason Statham and The Rock's reactions to each other are all played out like with often the actor by himself looking into the lens.
You're in the center of the fucking frame. It is all you.
I started trying to pay attention to like how often do they cut away from The Rock, and it's all the time. It's after every single line.
Yeah.
And so then I watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Are they doing this with Johnny Depp? No, he holds the camera.
Yeah. That's such a underrated skill. This like ability to just keep someone locked in with you just being so, I don't know, you just fill the screen.
Yeah, and I don't even like Johnny Depp.
I loved Johnny Depp all the way through up into right here. Pirates of the Caribbean is where it goes down for me, I think. I mean, because like what's after this, his big stuff. I mean, I liked like the movie where he's like an undercover cop, Donnie Brasco. Is that before this?
That's before.
Okay.
So it's like Once Upon a Time in Mexico. It's Finding Neverland, Secret Window. He goes on his big movie star run. The movies of which are escaping me right now.
Like everything before that, especially early him, loved Johnny Depp.
I think if you make this super like weird, fucked up choice, I'm going to be playing him so kind of weird, like Keith Richards, but also kind of gay. And it turns out to be the biggest hit of your career. You get an Oscar nomination. The movie makes all the money. And suddenly you're an enormous A-list movie star. You're like, oh, all my instincts are perfect.
Right. Yes.
So that's the Johnny Depp corner. And again, setting aside all the shit about him personally.
That is a person I'd sink my teeth into. That's a guy. Put him. Can we make a list of
Depuary?
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
So it sounds like Lacey's got a problematic fave. Or is he problematic? I don't even remember. Now people like him. Now they don't. Did he do something? Did he not? I can't even. It's all jumbled in my head.
He's definitely not a good person to be in a relationship with. And he definitely manipulated he has an amazing PR team that really fucked over Amber Heard, who doesn't have the backing of what it's a power imbalance, right? It's gonna, if a relationship goes wrong and you're married to a mega star, you're fucked. You're in a imbalanced relationship. I don't know what to tell you.
So later that year, The Haunted Mansion starring Eddie Murphy came out. Also relative disappointment. But the paradigm had shifted. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. This is the new thing. Now, I think zero people in the world went to see that movie because it was a theme park attraction.
Less than zero.
Yeah.
Some people might not have gone because of that.
Right. Yes.
It's fucking weird. It's stupid. It's so cynical. Like, what can we tap? What candy do people love? Let's Skittles movie. Like, it's gross.
Well, it's just the financialization of the industry means that like everything you have in your war chest, if you're not using it, you're losing money. So you have to exploit all of your resources that you already have.
And this is like way into, they're what other fucking like production companies have their own stores in malls that are really expensive. The Disney store, like they're just everywhere. You don't want them to also be able to mine things they fucking have in their thing, making constant money at the theme park. It's not fair. It's like making money off of that really enthusiastic guy that just talks you through one of the rides. It's just a movie about Gerald.
Well, that's and they'll all reinforce each other. The theme park stuff will reinforce the movies, which will reinforce the merchandise sales, which will reinforce the Disney store, and then the hope with Disney Plus is now we'll have another arm where we can get you there too. And now you'll watch the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean streaming show, which will get you more excited to go back to the theme parks, which get you excited to go to the store.
Okay.
So that's the mindset. It's like, okay, what other rides do we have? Jungle Cruise. Okay, so in 2004 they announced that they're developing a Jungle Cruise movie, but it lingers in development hell for a long, long time. At a certain point, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are attached to star in it, which would be interesting.
I love a Tim Allen movie. I do. I do.
You got all the best faves. Johnny Depp, Tim Allen.
I got good ones too.
And then in 2015, Dwayne Johnson and $7 Production get involved.
Please rename that shit. God, such a trope. Fucking prove it was $7.
He only had $7 in his pocket.
Everyone starts off with less. Idiot.
Patty Jenkins was in talks to direct, but ultimately the director hired was Jaume Collet-Serra, a Spanish gentleman from Spain. Jaume Collet-Serra, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He has made a lot of movies that I like a lot. His first movie was the Paris Hilton starring remake of House of Wax.
I'd revisit that because I've never visited it.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen it.
I've never visited that House of Wax either, but Orphan in 2009, that movie's a lot of fun.
Yes.
He made 4 Liam Neeson movies.
Oh, this man
I've seen
knows
2 of them.
This man knows a star when he sees one.
He made Unknown, Nonstop, Run All Night, and The Commuter. Nonstop, that's like a near masterpiece. I fucking love that movie.
Should we watch it?
Maybe. Okay. I like an airplane movie. I like a vehicle movie. The Commuter's also a lot of fun, and it's kind of the same premise. I'm on a train, and there's a killer, and I must stop him, but people think I'm the killer.
It's a misunderstanding.
That might be what stops you from enjoying it, is they all think he's the killer, but he's not.
It takes a hell of a movie to make me overcome my issue with misunderstandings.
Right. The tension is they think he's the terrorist, but he's like, but I'm super not a terrorist. I'm a good man.
I just talk this way.
A very fun shark movie, The Shallows. And then Jungle Cruise, his sort of mainstream blockbuster debut, and then Black Adam in 2022, both financial disappointments. He went right back to making his smaller movies like Carry On and Woman in the Yard.
Who is that there that's the lead of Carry On? I don't remember.
Taron Egerton. I don't think you know him. He's from the Kingsman movies. He played Elton John in that Elton John movie.
Okay.
You might remember him as the voice of the gorilla from the Sing movies.
Well, now I do.
Yeah.
That of an angel.
He sings an Elton John song in that movie. That might be why he got to do the thing.
They remade Cliffhanger?
This looks like it's an upcoming thing that he's involved in.
It's a remake, which I will not be watching.
No.
It's a real cliffhanger.
Do you not like...
I don't like that. I don't like movies where someone's just in peril the entire time. Like the movie where that guy's like stuck between a rock because he was fucking hiking. I don't like, but I'm buried alive. I don't like, I'm in a submarine. I need people to be able to walk around.
See, I love these movies. I love a submarine movie. I like 127 Hours fine. I like rock climbing movies, I realized, like in the past few years. I love a mountain. I love a mountain movie. You don't. It's
You're alone.
The single biggest difference we have with each other.
Yeah.
So, okay, they entered production in 2018. This movie started production in 2018 in Kauai. Second movie in a row that's shot on Kauai, one of the islands of Hawaii, where they built that little port town set, which looks great. It's the best looking part of the movie.
Absolutely.
And production design on this movie, outstanding. I have so much... I wish I loved this movie. I wish I liked it more, but I feel like just tons of gratitude and affection for it. For like, guys, you went all out. You built the fucking town. I wish less of it was blue screen with the boat, but you built a real boat, put it in a real tank in a big, warehouse. The production design's great. I just appreciate how much effort, and you can see it on screen. And I think that The Rock might be a part of that. And part of his I only do giant movies is, but I make them put the money on screen. And that's an attitude that I like. That's how to wield your power as a producer and as a star, is to force them. Don't do the shitty assembly line production where we previs everything and then shoot the movie in 6 months and then put it out in a year. The movie takes as much time as it needs. You spend a lot of
like
money.
The Rock. I hope that's what he's like, but that's not what my impression so far.
I think his presence on set is going to be short, but hey, the movie doesn't need to come. It can come out when it's ready to come out.
Gotcha.
That might be years and years down the line. I'm a global thinker. I'm thinking in decades. I'm thinking in centuries.
Galaxy brain.
Right, exactly. Then the production moved to Blackhall Studios in Atlanta. They built a really cool open air soundstage with an enormous tank surrounded by blue screens with the little boat that can move around and has engines in it. And they have the water tank. And then the movie required a year of post-production, but it was supposed to come out in 2019. But a little thing happened. Well, first they needed more work on the visual effects, so it was going to come out in 2020. So, I'm sure nothing will happen to prevent that from happening.
It is a bummer how bad the cruise ship industry got it during COVID. It's Jungle Cruise. It's such a tricky title.
Those poor cruise folk.
Oh, I just mean that it fucked with the movie title, probably.
You think so? You think less people wanted to see it because they remember the poop cruise?
I do think that. The poop cruise was not during COVID.
I know, but I've smashed them. I now assume it was COVID. So now it was COVID. I've retconned reality.
I mean, there were still poop issues with the boat that Donald Trump would not let. Because he wouldn't let it in because it would inflate the numbers of people.
No, it's like me on the scale. If I don't get on the scale, I don't have to see that I'm gaining weight. Yeah, the Ozempic's not working.
Wear 3 pairs of shoes. Say that's the reason.
Yes. Put so many pennies in my pocket. What am I supposed to do with them?
Take them out.
So, during production in 2018, some hot goss hits the news stands about something that's going to happen in this movie that is going to be a big paradigm shifting deal.
Did it happen? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's that for the first time ever, guys, Disney will have an openly gay character in a movie. Oh my God.
I was going to give it praise and now I don't want to.
Now, to be fair, in the live action Beauty and the Beast, LeFou briefly for 1 second dances with a man, implying he might be attracted to men. So that's the first gay character. The second character who is gay is McGregor. In this scene that I think is a nice scene in the movie.
Yeah, I do too.
Where he says in coded language to The Rock that he is gay, and The Rock is totally cool about it.
Yeah. Well, and in a time when it was scandalous for women to wear pants. I mean, this movie, because of where it's set, is very progressive because of that part of it, I think.
Sure.
But then the Rock acts a little bit like put off by wanting to do different things with him later. And it kind of undermines the really nice scene.
Like what?
There's a couple of times where like McGregor's asking to like twist it or pull it, or maybe I should come over there. Maybe I come. No, don't. Like what he's saying could be a double entendre. You could read it that way. And the way McGregor's saying it is because like he seems kind of interested in doing it. And the Rock's like, no, I'm good.
Oh, I wasn't picking up on that, but yeah, I'm going to watch it again. Maybe it's funny. The way everything smashes together in your brain, I remembered it was The Rock who was gay in this movie and thinking like, oh, that's kind of an interesting choice, that The Rock. And I definitely remembered these super coded, like, okay, we have to toe the line with what he says here because we want to simultaneously get all the praise for being a socially progressive company while also, Disney, one of the great evil companies in the world, funds the politicians who are right now working to take rights away from the gay and trans people of the world. Also,
now I'm not going to watch the movie. Oh, I did.
Also, this movie's going to come out in a lot of countries where their governments are not going to be happy with. So we need to keep it all in one scene that we can easily cut out for the Myanmar cut, And crucially, let's stick that gay character with a woman who's sort of his age for a little while, just to kind of take the edge off. He's hanging out with that lady that lives in the jungle. So
they could be a couple.
You can release like production stills. Like, and here's McGregor with Trader Sam, our favorite couple. We don't say what kind of couple. Here, this is from TMZ from the time. Quote, Disney is making strides by introducing its first openly gay character in the upcoming Jungle Cruise movie, which will feature a big coming out scene. But there's one important step that's missing. A test screening of the film took place last week. It'll get a wide release in 2020. And sources who attended tell TMZ, Disney avoids using the word gay when Jack Whitehall's character McGregor comes out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We're told at one point McGregor has a heart-to-heart with The Rock's lead character, Frank, about dating history. And McGregor makes it very clear he isn't into ladies. Keep in mind this flick isn't set in modern times. McGregor explains to Frank his family had tried arranging marriages for him with several women, but he didn't want to marry any of them, or any woman for that matter. He also says Emily Blunt's character, Lily, his sister in the movie, was the only one in his fam to accept him and support him regardless of the person he loves. We're told the scene was well received by the audience, but the glaring omission of a pronoun to describe McGregor's love interest did not go unnoticed. Unclear if the scene will make the final cut, but you got to imagine it will, given how significant a move it is for Disney to include a gay character in an action blockbuster. There was already backlash from the LGBTQ community over Whitehall's casting earlier this summer. He's a straight guy playing a gay character, and now it's obvious Disney's watching it step even closer as it tiptoes into the 21st century, end quote.
It only took them 19 years to get into the 21st century.
Right. They're creeping in.
They're getting there.
Again, I like the character. I like the scene. I think that Whitehall's performance is very good. But no, I'm not going to give fucking Disney any credit for this.
I liked it before I realized it was like a fucking marketing tool. It doesn't seem nice at all now.
Especially because like you're also the company that's gobbling up all your rivals. So you're the only studio that makes movies anymore, so you get to decide for the entire industry how we're going to represent everybody. I mean, like, what if there were more movie studios, if 20th Century Fox still existed, or if MGM still existed, maybe one of them would say like, hey, we're going to make a queer-friendly blockbuster because we know this is an underserved market, not because we're so progressive, but because we know gay people want to spend money at the movies too. We'll make a movie, a big budget, $200 million movie with openly gay characters. We won't be sly about it. We won't try to sneak it in there, but only people paying attention will notice it. Maybe you could have that in an environment where you have actual movie studios competing with each other.
You've taken away competition. You've taken away other options. And then this is all you're willing to give us.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So, and then, you know, this was fashionable to do in 2018, 10 years later, however many years later it is now, the Disney officials like Kevin Feige are like, yeah, we're kind of not going to be doing that stuff anymore. We realized how divisive, basically the Rock quote, Jesus. We created so much division.
So let's go on the side of the asshole.
Well, Snoop Dogg just said he took his grandson to see the movie Lightyear, and he's like, I didn't know there would be a same-sex couple. And how am I supposed to explain that to my grandson? Yeah.
Let Martha do it, Snoop.
Why do you
need to? He gets it. You probably don't even need to, buddy.
That was what I thought too. Like, I think
How old's your fucking grandson?
I think kids are they're going to get it, and they're going to be like, oh, okay.
You being uncomfortable about it.
That's going to be the weird part.
You're going to need to explain some more. There, just leave it.
But this is just the poverty of our world, where like the only thing we can do for social change is have representation in movies, and that's why it's so useless. Because studios can take it away from any time. It also doesn't translate to any like material reality improvement. If you're a gay person, if you're a gay kid, especially, like, I think it's lovely to see gay characters on screen and know that they exist. But what would be far better is if you just had a world with laws and resources that supported you. So that's the gay moment in Jungle Cruise. Then there's the whole pandemic thing. Jungle Cruise was originally supposed to come out in July of 2020. But it got pushed. It came out July 30th, 2021, simultaneously in theaters and on Disney Plus, where you had to pay $30 to watch it for the Disney Plus Premier Access. And this was the second movie to do this that summer after Black Widow, which resulted in Scarlett Johansson suing Disney and winning, I think, $20 million because they did that without consulting her.
Took away from the part of the pot that she gets from.
Yep,
That's
profit. Yeah, because
really
profit sharing.
Fucked. Okay.
Which I'm convinced that's the main reason studios wanted to switch to streaming.
Right, because then you can't even prove how many people downloaded this movie.
Oh, we have no idea how many
right.
people watch Black Widow. Sorry, Scarlett. Sorry. With like movie theaters aren't owned by studios, so there's at least a layer of transparency. There has to be like a neutral party that evaluates how much money these movies make. So the summer of 2021 was like a weird time. The vaccines had rolled out. In some ways it was like pandemic, schmandemic. We're past that, but then in other ways, like the Delta variant was coming in. So there were a lot of like stops and starts. There would be like, I remember Fast and Furious 9 felt like we're kind of back to normal times. It's like a big movie opening and going to the theater and seeing it. It makes a lot of money, but then movies start making less money. Anyway, the movie does not make a lot of money. It makes $117 million domestic and only $221 million worldwide. And
And how much what did it cost to make?
$200 million. And again, supposed to set off like a whole series. This is supposed to be the new Pirates of the Caribbean. So
I mean, that's a little silly.
it is a little silly. At the time, it was like,
Pirates of the Caribbean was a fluke. If you've only got one example, that's not a good model to follow. Just like with 21 Jump Street. Stop. That was just a flash. That was just a special duo with a movie that made sense for them. You can't just repurpose other properties from the same time and think that's the magic. That's not. No one cares that 21 Jump Street existed before. We just care it was a good movie. Same with this.
Yeah, but you had Pirates of the Caribbean and then you had the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is like... So now we have a model where every movie ties into every other movie, and the only reason to make movies is if they start franchises. There's no point in just having a standalone movie anymore. You're losing money just putting out a standalone movie.
Well, I'm glad we put a stop to that as a society.
If they hadn't opened it simultaneously on Disney Plus, how much more money would have made? I don't think this could ever have been a hit.
But I also could buy that this is not the kind of movie people think they need to go to the theater for. If you don't know it's going to be big, like a big moment on the screen. I'm sure it did undercut it.
Yeah, I mean they put all of their like marketing muscle into it, and The Rock's like it was constantly promoting it. He was always out there with Emily Blunt. It reminds me of last year with Fall Guy, how much publicity Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling were doing together.
Emily Blunt thing, then.
And that movie underperformed, and I remember reading box office analysts saying like, is anything ever going to be a hit again if it's not a franchise? Is this just the reality we live in now? Like nobody wants to see movies unless they're pre-sold on them.
Well, then maybe we just need to adjust what is a hit. I mean, like we can't just keep basing it off of like the being the highest grossing thing and comparing it to pre-pandemic numbers. Maybe we just haven't totally. People learned that streaming is fine. Like there's diehards and there's people like you who insist on seeing things on the big screen. The pandemic probably taught a whole lot of people that like, I'm just as good. I enjoy it just as much, if not more. I can pause it and pee. My kids can be annoying. All that's, it's like, yeah, you're still giving people the options to see a movie in advance. And while it's still in theaters, you're going to constantly be taking away from you. Just, I think you need to like have a restart from that moment on and judge it off of that.
Or you can be somebody who says like, I love to see movies in theaters. I'd rather go to the theater than watch it at home, but I'm poor. I don't have the amount of money I had 10 years ago. Everything is fucked.
Not getting cheaper.
The theater isn't getting cheaper and everything else is getting more expensive. Right. I have less disposable income.
I am freelance now, where before I was part of a company.
Yeah, exactly.
My role doesn't exist anymore.
All of these things are working together.
Yeah.
Something I've tried to incorporate in like my analysis, because I do all these box office videos, is try to remember this is all part of like a much larger story of
right. This isn't these two actors failed.
And it's not even just a movie industry story. It's like everything. Mm-hmm. Everybody has less disposable income. Everything. You're already paying for your Netflix subscription, so you might as well use it.
Right.
All right, we're going to read a few more Instagram posts. So The Rock, it disappointed at the box office, but The Rock, he claimed victory and went to his Instagram and said,
I love him for that, honestly.
Quote,
can I ask, does he get a piece of the pie for people who choose to stream the movie?
Probably.
I mean, he seems smart enough to do that, especially if ScarJo is in a fucking lawsuit about it.
Yeah.
You'd think.
And it's his company his company has a stake in the movie, so it's got to be. Yeah. Quote, thank you, everyone. Another great weekend of Jungle Cruise box office business. Despite tough variant restrictions around the world, families are going to theaters to watch and love Jungle Cruise. And families are also watching Jungle Cruise at home on Disney Premier Access for a premium cost, but they're watching our movie multiple times, which indicates not only a smart strategy during these harsh COVID times, but more importantly, it indicates millions and millions of happy families enjoying the adventure of a lifetime.
Oh my God, calm down.
I like that he had to turn every family into you're your own little entrepreneur. You're
really going on your business grind watching this movie.
Yeah, you're streamlining the amount of your rate of return on your purchase of Disney Plus Premier Access.
Think of what you're saving by not commuting to the theater.
And that part about creating joy and entertaining families is the greatest asset we can deliver. Love and appreciate you guys, and we love reading all your responses to the movie. Have a kick-ass week, DJ.
From now on, Emily Blunt writes your tweets, okay? You needed her to market this with you to make this at all anything anyone ever wanted to fucking see. Calm down.
So,
or let us watch you snort the rail of coke, and then the tweet makes sense.
Want to know why habit rhymes with rabbit?
Because look at my happy tail. I know that's not what he says.
Your whole life disappears down a bunny hole.
I like what I said too.
I know. I love that line so much.
I know you do.
Your whole life disappears down a bunny hole.
He liked it so much he said it twice.
So that's Jungle Cruise. It's he went on a charm offensive. He is piloting boats at Disney World. He's trying by sheer force of will, like Napoleon. Can I bend history to my will and make a hit out of this? No, you can't. You cannot do that, Rock. Sorry.
I liked it, Dwayne. I enjoyed it.
Later in 2021, his company, $7 Productions, is producing Red Notice, and it gets put out on Netflix. This is a $200 million movie starring The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, my three favorite people. It was supposed to start filming in 2019, but it got postponed. I wonder whose fault that was. So filming moved to January of 2020 and then got interrupted by the pandemic. So it was permanently delayed. They resumed producing in September of that year. That's what made it the most expensive Netflix production in history. But it comes out on Netflix. Netflix is like, good news. It's been watched by 48,000 quadrillion people over an infinity of hours. Wow. All right, so the reviews are dreadful, and I just want to read Josh Lewis from the Sleazoids podcast. He has a great Letterboxd. All of his reviews on Letterboxd are great. This is what he wrote on Letterboxd, quote, they spent $200 million assembling the most cursed trio of famous people imaginable who couldn't have less chemistry if they tried, and then let them all explain the heist plot at each other and improv their shticks for 2 hours in front of a camera and called it a movie.
Gal Gadot doesn't have improv.
We need the Red Notice.
Zionist?
Is this the Zionist
Am
style?
I a Zionist? I'm so good at this.
An original movie that is somehow still a generic white noise amalgamation of pretty much every current shitty action comedy franchise blockbuster trend. Just in case you didn't get what it was going for, Ryan Reynolds literally whistles the Indiana Jones theme.
Oh my
End quote.
God.
But here's what The Rock said on Instagram. Quote, it's official, as the numbers are coming in from over 190 territories around the world.
Include them all, Rock.
Red Notice has become the biggest opening ever for any movie in the history of Netflix.
What's nice for you to say when you can't prove the numbers?
92% audience score.
Wow, 92% of the audience gave it a score. It's just a problem. It was 1 star.
What the fuck is the audience score?
That's what I'm saying. That's not even a feature they have anymore. Or in 2021.
Or if it's just the rated, no indication that that's what that means.
That's not. But remember, it used to be a score, and then it went from thumbs up to thumbs down, and then that even switched to, you'll like this.
No, but I'm sure this just refers to just a number someone made up.
92% of the audience gave it a score, and it was 1 star.
Yeah.
They were really motivated.
Love you guys, and tonight I'm raising my @Terramana to y'all. And Red Notice, more to come, DJ.
When did he start signing off DJ? Has that been a thing?
Yeah, I noticed this seems to be about 2019. He didn't used to do that.
What's he trying to cover up? Is he trying to show some sort of connection to the Tanners?
Trivia question for you, Lacey.
Give
what
it to
was
me.
DJ Tanner's real name? I mean, what did DJ
Donna
stand
Jo.
for? That's right. Good job.
I know everything about Full
All
House.
right, then answer me this.
Moving the goalpost. 555-2424.
No, I know you know that. He was never called Uncle Joey. This drives me crazy when people talk about Full House and they call Joey, they refer to him as Uncle Joey. He was not Uncle Joey. This was not something that Stephanie, DJ, or Michelle ever called him. People will push back and they'll say, no, when Jesse had his twins, Nikki and Alex, they called him Uncle Joey. That's not what you're talking about. You say Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joey.
They called him Joey lovingly, like the dog. Like he was a dog. Joey. Just Joey.
That's what it was?
What do you mean that's what it was? What did they call it if it was an Uncle Joey?
Joey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just remember them saying Joey a lot. Not Uncle.
Okay, good.
Uncle Jesse, yes.
Yeah.
I think people are just like, Mandela affecting that shit.
That's right. That's what they're doing. It's bullshit.
Because one of them is an uncle and the other one is it was an uncle-in-law. Or not, I mean, one of them is related by marriage and one of them's related to Danny, right?
No, Joey's not related. He's a friend. But it's that thing
That's disgusting. You let a man into your house that's not a relative there to abuse your children. You only let the relatives abuse the children.
Only in the cesspool that is San Francisco.
Oh, well, what a piece of shit house, too.
You know how for us growing up, you always called your friends' parents Mr. or Miss and then first name.
First name, yeah.
And in TV and movies, growing up, I'd see they'd say Mr. or Mrs. last name. And I'd be like, that's bullshit. No one does that. But you talk to people in other parts of the country or world and they'll say, no, we did that. That's what we did. And
it's a very New Orleans, or it's about very this part of the country thing to have aunts and uncles that are not related at all. I mean, I've got a lot of those.
Okay. I would see on TV and movies when they would call their parents' friend uncle or aunt. Mm-hmm. And that was never something that I experienced in my life. So
I would take your mom and dad being close to people.
I'm not, but you're talking about cousins who you'll call aunt or uncle.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like close friends, and like it happens constantly, especially like in gay communities. There's everyone it's just a way of saying you're part of this family.
I know what it is. It just was never anything that I ever saw firsthand.
You're not the kind of person that would have ever seen it or ever experienced it now, because there's no way you're going to call any of your friends uncle, whatever.
I hate this condescending attitude because I'm not talking about what I'm doing right now. You turn everything into a diagnosis about how antisocial I am, but
look at how you're pushing me away, and I'm the closest person to you. Fucking introvert.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll talk to you and you'd be like, someone's a chatty Cathy this morning.
That's never happened. That has literally never happened.
It happened that one time. It made me feel very embarrassed.
I was probably I don't say chatty Cathy.
You
I
did.
said chatty Kathleen.
No, you didn't.
I've never said that in my life.
You did.
I've never said chatty Kathleen in my life, so I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Now, yeah, it probably was annoying. You're not used to me talking to you at that time.
I'm probably just wondering, like, have you taken stimulants, or like, is this the beginning of the end? Like, what's going on with you? Do you smell burnt toast? That's all.
So
suspicious.
Next up was Black Adam, and he had been spearheading an adaptation of Black Adam, the DC character, for a very long time. So in August, now this movie too is delayed for a long time. But it's going to come out in December of 2022. And he makes a lot of bold claims about this movie. This movie, Black Adam, is now the face of the DC franchise of movies. Fuck off Batman, fuck off Superman. It's Black Adam. The hierarchy of power in DC films is about to change. He famously said, yes.
He said, fuck off?
Oh, no. He said the hierarchy of power. That's what he put out on Instagram. It's about to change. So then I have on screen this photo of him just taking a picture of his marketing team doing a totally not staged meeting. And he said this, quote,
"Wait a second, Matt. Is he at a table and also video conferencing with himself? What is on the screen?"
On the screen is the Black Adam movie poster.
It looks like him talking to him. He's wearing the same outfit. Looks like
that's how he gets so much done.
Conference me in.
That's how he gets so much done. He's got a time machine.
You know who that is? It's Uncle Vin. It's Uncle Dom. He doesn't do anything without Uncle Vinny there.
In my house, I'm Uncle Vin. Hey, can I be here for
in
Black Adam
my own
meeting?
house, I tell my children to call me Uncle. Uncle Daddy.
My niece calls me Mr. Matt, and I have to keep. No, stop it.
She corrects herself.
It was a long time before she stopped doing that. Because I would be like, Uncle. Actually, no, because I never called my aunts and uncles aunt or uncle. I just called them their first names. No, if I did, I would get shocked.
Shocked.
So Quote, marketing is truly one of my passions, especially on a global scale. And our Black Adam at WB Pictures marketing, publicity, and distribution teams are aligned, galvanized, and inspired to deliver to you guys around the world. So that's interesting. So this isn't a $7 meeting. This is a Warner Brothers meeting that he took charge of. And it's like, guys, hold on, pose for the camera.
Do you think he's sitting on someone who was in charge? Like a little Mario guy just flip, flat.
Hello. Marketing is truly one of my passions. Loser. Oh, I already read that. Every exec in this room, whom I respect immensely, takes total ownership of Black Adam, as they should, because this is our passion project. One of our core at $7 prod principles is that we never want to market to the world. We want to have a relationship with the world.
Then why are you saying marketing is your passion and not people? What are you talking
It's
about?
about people. And imagine the psycho who says marketing is my
Look at
passion.
the diversity of that room. Just kidding.
So, and that's what I love doing. Audience first. For Black Adam, myself and my fellow Black Adam castmates will travel the world. I've made many movies over the year with this talented, hungry, focused, optimistic, passionate, scrappy Warner Brothers team, and I will always root.
Scrappy upstart Warner Brothers.
You got to root for them. They're the underdogs. And work my butt off for them to win. Together, we are going to usher in a new era of the DC universe. Hashtag Black Adam, hashtag global campaign, globe emoji, so he's part of the Illuminati. Hashtag teamwork, hashtag LFG. So,
Light, funky guy.
we're getting to the end here. We have something really special for you guys. Is in 2022, when the trailer of Black Adam premiered, he made this absolutely psychotic video.
I like that we switched gears and did an entirely different movie, but you couldn't help this.
Well, because I wanted to take us to the end of up to the present, because we're going to be leaving The Rock. I wanted to
leaving him, right?
wanted to fill in the gaps. What happened after Jungle
We need to
Cruise?
land in a soft place.
That's right. I don't get it.
Rock in the hard place.
Oh, yes. Your vagina?
Jesus. Okay, he's never
2
looked
words.
better.
Black Adam.
No, fuck you.
And another 2 words, most importantly, thank you. Thank you. Thank you around the world. Guys, your global reaction and response to our world premiere trailer of Black Adam yesterday was staggering. Staggering. 98% positive review and reaction.
How are you reviewing?
98% around the world. Holy
That-
shit. I've launched some big
Made up
properties in my
stat.
career, from Jungle Cruise, Jumanji, Hobbs and Shaw. You guys have put Black Adam in another stratosphere.
Dude, this didn't
I can't
happen.
thank you enough.
No.
You know what this property means to me deep down here. I'm
This
so
property.
I'm
about
passionate
this
about this property.
10 years in the making of working my ass off to deliver for you guys, and the response was incredible.
From
And this idea
who?
of the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change, which now you see, but it's not a tagline. It's
No, it's not.
ushering a new era in the DC universe.
Yeah, the
With
end.
excitement, with disruption, with
Disruption.
vision, with strategy.
With strategy.
Most importantly, how I operate and how $7 operates. Listen to the fans. I always say you listen to the fans, they'll always guide and inform you on where you need to go. Always take care of the fans, audience first, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Black Adam, the Man in Black, we're just getting started. I thank you. I love you. And here we go.
Okay, I know what's wrong. I know what happened. Okay, he is paying 1 or 3 yes men who are pretending to be like number crunching poll guys who are like instantly have data based on absolutely nothing, and they just keep giving them the figure 98%. That's the
98%.
second time he's used it. 98 here and the 98 with the other one.
They don't even have to make up the numbers. They just hand him like a microwave brochure and they're like, Dwayne, look at the numbers. They've just come in. He's like, oh, that's fucking tremendous. Oh my God, 98%. Property. I've launched a lot of great properties like Baywatch and Jumanji.
And Hobbs and Shaw.
So,
Oh, you're delusional, my guy.
but
And your music taste is ass.
it's not a hit. It needs to make $400 million.
Look how dumb he looks. He looks like he's wearing like a fucking like a gymnast outfit.
I barely remember the movie, but I at least remember like he's not good in it, but he is doing like, I'm only going to play angry and stoic in this movie. So it's a little bit different from what he normally does. It's still a bad movie. And it is not a hit. Very, I don't remember the timeline of this, but the leadership at DC turns over. New management takes over. James Gunn, the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, he actually gets put in charge. And Dwayne Johnson is like, yeah, but Black Adam's still going to be part of the future. The hierarchy of power is still shifted. I'm still right? And they're like,
I promised a lot on my Twitter.
oh, no, sorry. There won't be any more Black Adam going forward. We're going to totally start from scratch. And he's like, okay, well.
Does he ever do any like mea culpa, like, or just like some sort of any kind of vulnerable, humble?
If he did, I didn't find it. I mean, he gives these interviews, these good interviews that I've used to inform all of these history segments, but I've not found anything about. Hey, you sure did make all these giant claims that didn't come to fruition. What's the deal with that?
Well, that doesn't match my numbers. Okay, I got the data. Polls were taken.
So his next theatrical film is Red One, directed by the Jumanji director Jake Kasdan. Reportedly cost $250 million.
Why?
I think because it was an Amazon movie that was only going to theaters for a little while, and streamers pay their actors up front.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's why the budgets go over, because there's no back end on the box office. Mm-hmm. That's why streaming movies always cost more. But it went to theaters. It did not do well. The great Anthony D'Alessandro from Deadline, I want to read his analysis. Quote, "But damn if this isn't a high budget. That's the biggest problem you hear with Red One overall. It's what you get when you do business with the industrial complex that is The Rock. The gossip can cry tardiness, entourages, water bottles, schedules, studio execs asleep at the wheel, and an exorbitant amount of jelly beans in Rock's trailer. It doesn't matter. Capiche? This is what it costs to get into business with Johnson, and the only ones who are bold enough to invest in this endeavor are streamers like Netflix with Red Notice and Amazon MGM Studios here with Red One. The Rock has yet to scale down the budgets of one of his tent poles." End quote. So that's interesting. That might be why he's only on streaming from now on. Yeah. Is you're not going to get a traditional movie made at the scale you're used to. But maybe something good is finally coming. Moana 2 was a big hit. Didn't mention that. But his next movie, he's playing MMA fighter Mark Carr, and in the Benny Safdie movie, The Smashing Machine, its budget is only $40 million. That's still big for an A24 movie, but it's A24. It's going to theaters. His co-star is Emily Blunt. But as I said up front, I'm worried he thinks he'll get an Oscar nomination, and then when he doesn't, he's just going to go back to doing crap.
He looks good with hair. Like he has to wear hair for just a little couple scenes in the Jungle Cruise movie, and I was worried it was going to be very stupid looking. I was like, that is shockingly natural looking. It really transforms him.
Does he look like Tommy Lee Jones here?
I see what you're saying.
Every time I look at the picture.
I see what you're saying. But I was more feeling like there's another, maybe Mickey.
Rourke?
Yeah.
So he's someone who did The Wrestler, got an Oscar nomination. And you're like, oh, he's only going to do serious, awesome movies from now on. Nope.
No, he's going to be a bigoted asshole and go to Big Brother.
But just in terms of his
Is that what it's called, Big Brother? No.
It's something like that. Big Wanka. It's the British version.
Oh, no, it's not.
I don't know.
It's Big Brother.
So that's the history of Jungle Cruise, where we mostly didn't talk about Jungle Cruise, but our time with The Rock is coming to an end, and we're going to be sad to say goodbye to him. But again, next week we'll do our final thoughts on the man and rank his movies.
Can we go see The Smashing Machine, or when is that out?
Yeah, that's out in October, and I definitely want to.
I was hoping we'd see it before our little thingy.
Yeah, I know, but we'll review it. We'll review it in some capacity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Okay, and now it's time to talk Jungle Cruise.
Let's do it.